What's up, Broncos Country? Let's ride. Everything good? I've got some breaking news that's shaking up the hearts of Denver Broncos fans. And I know you all, just like me, live and breathe this team. So grab a cold one, take a seat, and let's dive into this story that's got everything. A former Bronco, Lil Jordan Humphrey, and a twist that'll have you scratching your head like, what is going on in the NFL right now? This is one of those stories that brings back nostalgia, pride, and that feeling of, go get it, man. So let's jump in, because the Denver Broncos aren't just a team, they're a family. And we're going to talk about this the way we always do, with passion. Today we're breaking down a report from Sports Illustrated about Lil Jordan Humphrey, our former wide receiver who just got released by the New York Giants. Yep, Broncos Country, the same guy who made his name in Denver, blocking like a beast and doing the dirty work on offense, is now back on the market. But before we talk about the release, let's rewind a bit and remember who this guy is, what he did for the Broncos, and why this news hits home. And of course, I want to hear from you in the comments. What do you think about all this? Does Lil Jordan still have a place in the NFL? Could he make a return to Denver? Let me know, because you, the fans, are what keep this channel alive. If you're new to Broncos Country or just need a refresher, here's the lowdown on Lil Jordan. Humphrey. Born in Texas, this dude is a monster. 6'4", 225 pounds. A wide receiver built like a tight end with the heart of a fighter. He entered the NFL as an undrafted free agent in 2019, signing with the New Orleans Saints, where he spent 3 seasons learning under the legendary Sean Payton, who, as we know, later became our head coach in Denver. That connection brought Humphrey to Mile High in 2023. And for 2 seasons with the Broncos, he played every single one of our 34 regular season games. That's right, Broncos Country. The man never missed a game. He wasn't our WR1, not the guy putting up 100 yards a game, but he was the kind of player every coach dreams of. The guy who blocks, who hustles, who sticks to the scramble drill when the QB goes off script, and never complains. In 2024, he had a career-best season. 31 catches, 293 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Not bad for someone sharing the field with Cortland, Sutton, Marvin Mims Jr., and Devon Vell. And I know you remember this. Broncos Country. Lil Jordan was Sean Payton's guy. Coach trusted him so much, he was playing almost 50% of offensive snaps in 2023. He wasn't just a receiver. He was an elite blocker at the line of scrimmage, helping carve out lanes for the run game. And who could forget that touchdown against the Falcons in 2024? The celebration with Mims Jr. at Empower Field? The crowd went wild. So tell me in the comments, what's your favorite Lil Jordan moment in orange and blue? Let's relive the hype. At the start of 2025, Lil Jordan made a decision that broke a few hearts in Broncos Country. He signed a 1-year, $245 million deal with the New York Giants. And let me be clear, it wasn't for lack of trying from the Broncos. According to Broncos Wire, Denver tried to re-sign him. But Humphrey saw an opportunity in New York to have a bigger role in the offense. Can you blame him? Our receiving core was getting younger. Vell, Mims, Troy Franklin all stepping up, and we brought in Evan Engram and Trent Sherfield too. Lil Jordan wanted more targets, more chances to shine. So he made the move. The fan base was split. Some wished him luck, others were like, why didn't you stay? His agent, Jimmy Gould, even said, much love and respect for Sean Payton and the Broncos, but this is about opportunity, and we felt the Giants offered more. And let's be real, Broncos fans root for our guys, even when they wear another jersey. Or, were you rooting against him? Drop a comment. I want to know if there was a little bitterness, or just pure support. In New York, Lil Jordan was expected to be a depth piece behind guys like Malik Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Darius Slayton. The idea was to use his size to create mismatches and help the passing game. But hey, it's the NFL. Things don't always go as planned, and here's the big headline: Broncos Country. On Friday, May 9, 2025, Sports Illustrated dropped the bomb. Lil Jordan Humphrey was released by the New York Giants. That's right, our former WR is a free agent again, and the news caught everyone off guard. According to Dan Duggan from The Athletic, the cut was a surprise. If Duggan was shocked, imagine us die-hard fans. The Giants were making roster moves. They'd already cut defensive lineman Casey Rogers the day before. Then Friday came, and it was Humphrey's turn. Why? Well, the NFL is a tough business. Sometimes it comes down to numbers and fit. Lil Jordan was in a competitive WR group, and maybe the Giants are leaning toward younger guys or cheaper contracts. They're also eyeing the draft and possible trades. Roster space is valuable. Still, cutting a solid vet like Humphrey raises some eyebrows. And here's a fun fact. Lil Jordan had a connection with Giants QB Jameis Winston. Back in 2021 with the Saints, they linked up for a beautiful preseason TD. We thought that chemistry might help him stick in New York, but it didn't pan out. So what do you think? Bad call by the Giants? Or was Humphrey not meeting expectations? Sound off in the comments. I'm super curious. Now that Lil Jordan's a free agent, the big question is, what's next? At 26 years old, he's got plenty of football left. With 59 career games, 62 receptions, 770 yards, and 7 touchdowns, he's proven he's got value. He's not a superstar, but he's a glue guy, the kind of player that makes a team work. And Broncos Country, we know how important that is. How many times have we seen games swing on a key block or a perfect route? That's the kind of player Lil Jordan is. On the free agent market, he could definitely draw interest. Teams that need receiver depth, value perimeter blocking, or want a veteran presence for younger players could absolutely call him up. And, hey, I wouldn't be shocked if Sean Payton had him on his radar. Could we see a reunion in Denver? Sure, our WR room is full. Sutton's leading, Mims is blowing up, Vele's rising, and Franklin's showing promise. But Payton loves Lil Jordan. And we know he likes bringing back guys who already know his system. So what do you think, Broncos Country? Do you want Lil Jordan back, or is it time to move on? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from all of you. Another possibility is that Lil Jordan could end up on teams like the Patriots, where he played in 2022, or even squads that are in need of a physical wide receiver, like the Commanders or the Rams. The NFL is a roller coaster, and the guy has already been through 5 teams in 6 years. If there's one thing Humphrey knows how to do, it's adapt and fight for a roster spot. And seriously, Broncos Country, it makes you proud to see a former Bronco still grinding out there, right? Let's root for him to find a new home and prove he's still got plenty of gas left in the tank. Now let's bring it back to our turf, because everything in the NFL somehow comes back to the Broncos, right, Broncos Country? Humphrey's release doesn't directly affect our roster, but it's a reminder of just how much our receiving core has grown. When Lil Jordan left in early 2025, some fans were worried, who's going to fill his role? But look how far we've come. Today, Courtland Sutton is our main guy, a leader negotiating an extension and showing insane chemistry with Bo Nix. Marvin Mims Jr. is turning into a lethal weapon. Devon Vell has been a surprising rookie standout. And Troy Franklin is starting to show why he got drafted. Plus, Trent Sherfield came in to boost both special teams and the offense. And of course, we can't forget our 2025 draft. Sean Payton and GM George Payton nailed it, bringing in running back R.J. Harvey, who's already projected by ESPN to rush for over 1,000 yards as a rookie. That shows just how dynamic our offense is becoming, and that we don't really need a Lil Jordan Humphrey right now. But still, you can't help but feel nostalgic, right? That old-school style of his, blocking hard and running clean, roots, was a joy to watch. So tell me, do you miss him? Or do you think our offense is better off without him? I want to see that debate in the comments. Broncos Country, what makes our team special isn't just what happens on the field, it's what we feel off of it. Lil Jordan Humphrey might not have been a Pro Bowler, but he represented the Broncos' spirit. Hard work, dedication, and love for the game. That's why news like this hits us. He's part of our story and we're rooting for him. Even if he's rocking a different jersey, or none at the moment. So let's talk Broncos Country. Drop a comment and let me know. What was your favorite game or play from Lil Jordan? Do you think he'll ever come back to the Broncos? And if you were the GM, would you sign him now or focus on another position? And don't forget to throw out that battle cry, "Go Broncos!" This channel is yours, and it's the fans' voice that truly makes a difference. To wrap it up, Broncos Country, Lil Jordan Humphrey being released by the Giants is just another chapter in the NFL roller coaster. It's a piece of news that reminds us of the good times he gave us in Denver, but also makes us proud of the roster we have today. Humphrey's future may be uncertain, but one thing's for sure. He left his mark at Mile High, and we never forget those who wore the orange and blue with heart. Thanks for watching, for supporting the channel, and for being part of this incredible nation that is Broncos Country. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any updates. And as always, drop a fiery comment so we can keep this conversation going. Until next time, go Broncos!